A true psychopath doesn't care about society's norms. The rules that apply to the rest of us don't apply to them. Such rules limit their freedom to do whatever they want. So they make up their own rules. Thomas Erickson. Mizzy, also known as Bakary Bronze Ogaro, is an 18-year-old Tik-Tok terrorist who recently gained fame for harassing people in the streets of London. His criminal activities include walking into a family's house uninvited, kidnapping an elderly woman's dog, and asking random people if they wanted to die. The lenient justice system intervened only to ask him to seek permission from his victims before terrorizing them. So far, Mizzy has achieved what he wanted, which is to be known and talked about regardless of the reasons why. In this video, we will deep dive into the Mizzy rabbit hole, and I will try to explain how his behavior is not random, but instead is a sample, a trial period of what is to come if soft on crime is not stopped. Mizzy is a psychopath. For him, there is nothing wrong with everything he did. He was just chasing fame while having fun. But had someone else did the exact same pranks to him, Mizzy would have at best played the victim and at worst make the prankster regret his actions in the most Blackistani fashion. When invited at the Piers Morgan show, Mizzy played the race card to get sympathy and manipulate the audience. Although earlier on he showed zero empathy to his victims. Mizzy uses and abuses random people to achieve fame, and he weaponizes his skin color to escape accountability. Mizzy knows that most people tend to fear the king, and for obvious reasons. Although the king represents 6% of the American population, he accounts for at least 56% of all violent crimes. He also costs $50 billion a year to the taxpayer. If the king is racially profiled, it is not because people are bigots, but because it could literally save their lives to do so. Mizzy is also aware that there is a clientele out there who loves to watch spooky brutality on their screen, as can attest the views count for news videos involving black barbaric criminals. Just like the exhibitionists Leah Thomas and Kayla Lemieux, who get sexual satisfaction when they expose themselves to their victims, Mizzy gets pleasure from seeing people's discomfort and fear when posing as spooky. Mizzy exhibits to a terrified crowd all the negative stereotypes attached to the king: robber, property destroyer, burglar, carjacker, assaulter, kidnapper, and murderer. What Mizzy is doing is extremely sadistic because spooky brutality is more and more commonplace in society, so there is a high chance that some of his victims have already been enriched by the Blackistani culture. And there comes Mizzy to give them an opportunity to relive, to revisit that traumatic experience. Mizzy knows that if people try and defend themselves or complain about his antisocial behavior, he has the race card to fall back on.
You're trying to get onto me because I'm black.
As he said to Piers,
the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault.
Not only the laws, he also believes that English people and their culture are weak, and that's why he targets them. The only prank here was to label his criminal activities as such. Mizzy was being serious all along. The only thing that can stop people like Mizzy from being a menace to society is accountability in the shape of a cage or a coffin. According to Mizzy,
It's easier to do the hateful stuff.
this is what a psychopath would say. Mizzy has no shame, no guilt or remorse. He is only driven by clicks and coins.
Literally, hate brings money, hate brings likes, hate brings views. It doesn't matter. Love or hate, it still brings views.
And to him, the end justifies the means. Just like Patrick's scam with BLM, Mizzy is monetizing blackmail degeneracy for fortune and fame. Eldridge Cleaver and Cleotha Upston Anderson, essayed black women before moving on to bigger goals. The ultimate goal: white women. Mizzy more than likely exercised his degeneracy on the women of Acne before feeling brave enough to terrorize the people of Chelsea.
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them.
Mizzy is a narcissistic sociopath, so he doesn't care if his criminal activities affect the already bruised image of the black race, thanks to countless acts of Pookie brutality. During an interview with the BBC, Mizzy said,
I'm a confident person. Everyone needs to be confident in their own accord.
So,
That's how I see it.
But
Kangs like him appear very confident when terrorizing people. They can only glow in gloom. They can only reach their potential when there is tension around them. They don't have confidence. They are just confident that committing crime will bring them what they want in life. Mizzy is a typical Blackistani Kang. He is only 18 years old but has already fathered a child. Born Bakary Bronze Ogaro, Mizzy was raised by a single mother in Hackney, a Blackistani area of London. Mizzy is a feral teen who grew up without a father and clearly without any positive male role model. His mother doesn't know how to tame this wild animal, and now society is suffering. Mummies know very well how to raise their voices at BLM protests in defense of Kangs, but they don't know how to raise their kids. I wonder how mummies can be so brazen, showing up on mainstream media crying about racism and the evil white men, when any time their sons show up on our screens, it is always because of their criminal activities. How do these women sleep at night knowing that their sons rhyme with guns, that white flight occurs because of black knives? I am embarrassed to be racially associated with mummies and their effing sons.